This shit is ridiculous. God damn it! Oh yeah! You asked for it. You got it. You said, when are they gonna get fucked up and do another show? Well, people, welcome to a very special drunk episode of the Movie Review Extravaganza.
Do this all night. Oh, Lord have mercy.
How you doing? If you're just tuning into the show, let me tell you right now, we're reviewing Monster.
You got some shit on you.
Yeah.
Okay, I got salt on my lip.
Like Ted Cruz over there.
Yeah, I had a little salt on my lip right there. If you're listening, it sounds a little chaotic. That's because this is a very special, inebriated, that's just a fancy word for drunk edition of the Movie Review Extravaganza. We're reviewing one movie tonight, Monster Trucks, and you know, every now and then, in the tradition that Corey and I started about 2 years ago.
Yeah, with the infamous George Lucas.
George Lucas, Strange Magic. We were drinking one night. In fact, I had a tequila challenge with somebody that night.
Oh, yeah, Cameron.
Cameron, yes. I had about 5 tequila shots in a row, along with some other drinks. And then Corey came up and said, why don't we review a movie tonight? And I said, hey, why not?
Let's get to it.
I like the way you think, brother. And everybody loved it. So we said, you know what, when a especially bad-looking movie comes out, maybe we should have a few drinks and then talk about it. Mm-hmm. And plus, we have Gertz here with us now.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Welcome to the trap.
Oh, Gertz, you have actually fulfilled your obligation as the minority hire here. I love it.
Mm-hmm. Goddamn affirmative action.
Thanks for the
That
opportunity.
affirmative action, man, really has helped. See, affirmative action really does work, man.
Yeah.
Our viewership has gone up. People like the shows are not that scary anymore.
I can relate to him.
Yeah.
Sounds like it's recorded in a nicer neighborhood.
He's gentrifying the show.
Yeah, exactly. Yo, that means you're going to be gone, man.
Yeah, I know. Shit.
You're not going to be able to afford the taxes for that chair right there.
I know, right?
So people, we're drunk. I don't know about them. He's safe. He's taking people home tonight. Corey's been drinking a little bit, but he can handle this shit better than I can. I'm fucked up right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am.
I'm a responsible substance abuser. I pick and choose what I need to do and how much to do.
Yeah, no, you do, and fuck you for feeling like you're better than me. But
I don't.
but I'm just saying. So if this is your first show, and they're not all like this. They're not. They're slightly worse, actually. No, they're not all like this. It's a very special show tonight. So let me see how much protocol I can remember here. Now, if I can actually go through the habits of every show, I believe what we do right now is that we go and give our thanks and our welcome to the backbone of this, not only this website, but of this community. Of course, I'm talking about the Chat-a-tat-tat, how y'all doing? I am too fucked up to know what that means, what y'all are doing right now.
A bush?
Yeah, I don't know what that means. Oh, they talking about that time I was drunk in Houston. I ended up fucking a bush.
Oh.
I cussed a bush out, threw up on it, and had sex with it. True story, by the way. All kind of hashtag fuck Corys are going through tonight. And I appreciate everyone for being here. We actually have a lot of people for a Friday night. Thank you for being here. And I'm going to, before we even get into our review, now, what you're probably asking, what's the special movie that requires this much celebration for this evening? Well, it is the movie you've been waiting on for minutes. It is Monster Trucks. They actually put a monster in a truck and made a movie about it.
People have been wanting us to talk about it, man. People are commenting like crazy on other videos, like, when are you reviewing Monster Trucks?
Yeah, y'all been watching.
Like it's got Oscar buzz around it. Y'all need to talk about this. It's up there with Moonlight.
Man, I've been trying to sell y'all some good shit. Been talking about all these good movies coming out all these weeks, and y'all been talking about, yeah, but when we all gonna talk about Monster Trucks?
Yeah.
Man, fuck y'all, man.
Silence, fuck that.
Yeah.
Monster Trucks.
Monster Trucks. This is why Hollywood is fucking up right now, because y'all want shit like this, and we thank you for it. So we will.
The blockbuster of Monster Trucks.
If you see one monster in a truck movie this year, see Monster Trucks.
Yeah.
So,
I'll tell you what, this is the best ever movie. This is the best movie I've ever seen today. I'll tell you what.
You sure you're not fucked up?
No, I didn't see any other movies today.
Okay, I'm sorry. Well, so you understand what I'm drinking right now.
Yeah.
I mean, just to give you the very quick synopsis of this high concept film right here. It's a monster that hides in a truck.
I don't get it.
Yeah, what would you call that? How would you title that movie?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Again, I see you're confused,
Yeah.
a little perplexed. I don't do it justice. Let's go ahead and take a look at the trailer for Monster Trucks.
Aren't you curious about where it came from?
I'm gonna get you home and away from whoever's after you.
I want you to know I actually argued for this shit at one time. I actually defended this shit at one time. I'm not saying I don't like it or I do like it. I just said I argued for this.
Yeah.
You know, the whole thing. Give it a chance.
Come on, man. It looks like a good family film.
It's for the kids.
Okay, Crease, let's get you fed.
I like your truck.
Thanks.
Well, don't tell me I didn't earn this shit right here. 11:30 in the goddamn morning watching fucking Monster Trucks.
Why'd you do that
Yeah,
to
why'd you
yourself?
go that early?
Because you know what? Even when I know I'm gonna get fucked up, I prepare. Even for Monster Trucks, I prepare. I'm a
professional.
I'm a professional. It might not look like it right now, but I prepare for this shit. I try to be professional for it, and this shit right there. You know, sometimes I'm glad. I'm glad that I drank before some shit because that way I can just unleash. I don't have to be nice no more. I can just tell you about shit like the way it is. Because this shit is baffling right here. You know, because here's the thing with this movie right here. And it's funny because you see things just come to fruition. It's funny how you give insults to stuff and realize how right you are. Mm-hmm. I can't tell you how many times I've looked at a movie and said, God damn, did a 4-year-old write this shit? Well, for this, yes. The studio says, why, yes, it is. Yes, they did. The whole... I'm not bullshitting.
There's some Spy Kid shit. Was it Shark Boy and Lava Girl?
Yeah.
Shark Boy and Lava Girl. You remember Rob Rodriguez said, I did Shark Boy and Lava Girl? Bomb. Was because of...
His son.
Because of his son telling me stories before bedtime. This shit right here started as the idea of a 4-year-old who was the son of an executive. Now I'm sorry, not just an executive, but the president of Paramount at the time, Adam Goodwin.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
This dude.
Why didn't you stop this from happening, man?
Yeah.
I wasn't there, man. I apologize.
Yeah. There's dudes out there who are 35 years old saying, God damn, I've been trying to sell a script for the last 15 years, and I work in Hollywood. Mm-hmm. Oh, but this little goddamn rugrat right here this is nepotism for your ass right here. This little rugrat just happens to be the son of the president of Paramount, Adam Wood, and he gets his script written in crayon, just pushed right through. Oh my God, the business of Hollywood, it's crazy, man. And I don't want y'all to worry about it because a lot of people are mad about this shit. They hating. How dare this kid get a chance before I do? Well, that 4-year-old also caused daddy to lose his job.
What?
Dude, it's a script. Okay, not a script, but it's a concept by a 4-year-old that cost over $100 million. What the fuck you think is gonna happen?
It should have been five before it got to $100 million.
This right here, it cost $100. And I'm not talking about profit. I'm talking about a loss. This is a loss of $115 million before it even got released. I'm looking at this on a website right here, which is independent.co.uk. They say that a programming impairment charge of $115 million in its filmed entertainment segment in its fiscal quarter related to the expected performance of an unreleased film. A movie this was supposed to be released a year ago.
No.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. We're in 2017 right now. Over a year ago, the summer of 2015. Ooh. That truck been parked for a year and a half right now.
Wow.
And they laughing because this 4-year-old this kid got a lot of power.
Yeah.
They say he went in and he fucked up the whole food chain because not only did Pops lose his job, but a few people, and you can go look at this on Slate, a few people, they came in right after him. I'm going to read the names, but you can see it. Vice presidents, HR, shit.
The HR carnage. The HR carnage product.
That's what they say. HR carnage product has already left in his way. Shit, there's a janitor that got fired for just being in the same room when they thought of this shit.
I just refilled the toilet paper. God damn.
Yeah.
This is insane. This is fucking Hollywood for you. There's people out there with scripts that could probably win an Academy Award right now, but a 4-year-old somehow pushed monster trucks through.
This has got to be the smartest 4-year-old ever. This is some, was it Baby Geniuses shit? If he got all this through Paramount.
No,
Paramount.
no, he just had dad in a high position.
Granddaddy, right?
Yeah, that Pops was just happened to be the president of the company. He gone now. He gone, and a lot of people who followed that dream with him. And I'm gonna tell you something about this.
He should be ashamed of himself.
He should. No, he should be a goddamn shame of himself.
I hope he's grounded forever.
Yeah, that's a major timeout for your ass right now. That's when you pull that belt out, whoop his ass.
Make him watch this.
Yeah. Convince me into making this shit. Motherfucker, go to your room.
I know we're past the trimesters, kid, but you gotta go.
Damn, man, I fucked up, and now you know that's wrong. That's way wrong, man.
I told y'all he was batshit insane.
That's way wrong, man. But kind of right.
That's not that wrong.
Now here's the thing. So as you can see, if you give a movie called Monster Trucks to a 4-year-old and let him make that shit, and the company loses over $100 million, this is not the movie that you just got. This is the movie you deserved right here. And you deserved everything you got after that.
Mm-hmm. All nothing of it. Oh,
yeah, exactly. But, looking at this, I'm going to tell you, man, I think that this is something that probably could have worked. Because there's so many things in this movie that could have worked, that show promise, that maybe could have been so weird that people would have been, it piqued interest and people saw it and the adults and kids would have loved it. Because, I mean, I'm looking at, first of all, because I told you I looked at the trailer a long time ago, and I thought that trailer, I get made fun of all the time for, like, defending trailers, but I try to go in and be fair with things. I saw the trailer for this. I mean, it's called Monster Trucks. It's actually a monster in a truck. Because what I thought was, you got to have some balls to make this shit.
Yeah.
You can't. That takes
Fast and Furious for kids.
Yeah. That's some confidence for your ass. If you actually, this movie comes to fruition, somebody believed hard in this shit and believed it could have worked. And I looked at it and I thought, all right, one thing selling me, just on the point that they got a creature in here. Kids love creatures, man. Especially they love creatures that are friendly. Maybe I'll find one day and he'll be friends with me. And the creature in here is actually kind of cool. I mean, he go raw on your ass if you make him mad or something.
Mad, his mouth turns into a butthole.
Yeah. With teeth.
Yeah.
Asshole with teeth.
Mm-hmm.
But friendly.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this, but but if you treat him right, he's nice. Things are cool, and I look at this creature, I'm like, something, this could have been cool, man. This could have been fun. I'm looking at this creature right here. It looks like a cross between like a shark, a whale, a puppy, and a happy fucking fat dude. And an octopus. Because you remember those parts when he's drinking oil and he's just laid out and shit.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of cute.
He was like prepping for the drunk show.
Yeah, exactly. Right, like me right now. Oh, shit, fuck.
There was even a moment when I think he was drunk driving in this movie.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you look at it, it's like somebody made the kids' version of Sharktopus. Like if Sharktopus became like a cool guy and drove a shitty truck, that's what you'd have right here. It's almost the same design except more kid friendly. I thought, man, y'all going so weird for this shit. It could work, but it does not. I'm sorry. Let's just cut the bullshit right here. It does not. Whatever hope we have for this shit, no, God damn it, no.
You gave it this hope.
So me, fuck myself. Yeah, no, hell no. I lived through some shit back in the day.
Vietnam.
I mean, I was in the shit. I've seen Hollywood. Here's the thing with this film right here. This movie I felt like it could work because as much as the hipsters and the culture today likes to harken back for, for old shit and nostalgia. Man, this could have worked because it is just another E.T. ripoff.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes, it is.
You remember back in the day? Well, you don't remember. I was back in the day when E.T. came out, and E.T. was so successful. You had so many E.T. ripoffs back then, and you know, man,
I know the infamous one. That McDonald's spokesman.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Hector, no.
He's like, damn, that was fucked up.
That alien looks drunk as hell.
Mac is me. But shit, Mac look like me right now. He's like, damn, he's fucked up. You know, man, Mac and Me was the most notorious one. And I'm going to tell you right now that this is not as bad as Mac and Me. Mac and Me is fucking horrible. You ever want to see something where somebody made a corporate product with no thought, but just to like get it out quickly so we can make money? This movie had a fucking McDonald's tie-in.
Yeah.
And they had a whole McDonald's dance number in there. And this movie exists just to make money. I feel like this film is not that movie. This film is actually trying to do something. But if you're going to do, here's where we start to like go off the track right here. If you're going to do, because these movies were known as a boy and his alien/creature films.
Yep.
But if you're going to do a boy and his alien/creature type of movie, then you get a boy.
Yeah.
You don't get no goddamn man in the role. You know?
A 30-year-old high schooler.
Yeah, riding the short bus.
Right? No. That would have been nice if he were riding the short bus.
He was riding the short bus.
Oh, there was a point where he was.
Yeah, with the kids that were like 14. So he's like this 30-year-old man.
Yeah.
Like he's like a foot taller than everybody else on the bus.
Yeah.
And they're just playing and he's just in there, I am a child too.
Yeah. Yeah. We looking at right now.
What is his name?
Lucas Till. Lucas Till is a man. He ain't no boy. And in this movie, they got a point here where they have him. They try to push so hard that he's a high school student. We got a grown ass man. This motherfucker look like I know he's in his 20s, but he look like he's in his 30s almost.
Yeah.
And they got him riding a bicycle to school. And I'm looking at this shit right here.
Like a sexual predator.
It does. Look like a mentally challenged Matt Damon riding a bike to school.
Matt Damon.
When you see him with other students out there, it's like, you a fucking man.
Yeah. Where's the sheriff?
Let me tell you something. For Hollywood casters, if you're going to do a movie with high school students, you either keep that high school student that's really a grown-ass person away from actual kids.
Yes.
Are you hire an actual kid? Because you see him, he looks like some old fucking granola hipster fucking chick, a dude like cutting with that hair, but he look like he look like a dude. Look at him compare those two fucking girls over there. That's a grown ass fucking man.
He like their chaperone.
Yeah, carrying him to prom on his bike.
Yeah. Here's their permission slip.
Oh, but you can't forget about his love interest in this.
Oh, yeah.
Yo girl from Don't Breathe.
Yep.
You're one of your favorite movies of last year. Out here looking like a strung out 25-year-old heroin addict. Shut up. Yes, I'm a high school student too. Can't you tell?
I know, man. I know. Jane Levy.
Yeah.
Jane Levy. You might remember her from the remake Don't Breathe. And when we saw her in Don't Breathe, she was raising a fucking kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was also a college student about to graduate in the Evil Dead remake. In this, she plays a high school student, and she's too goddamn old to be doing this shit too.
So there's a scene where she's talking about, like, I'm trying to get this scholarship. It's like, girl, you've been held back like 10 years.
Yeah.
The dream is dead.
Yeah. But that's the problem with this guy. Lucas Till, his character's name is Trip in the movie. The problem with him is that not only does he look too old to be playing a high school student, we know it. He doesn't fit in. He's a grown-ass fucking man. We know this. But also, we don't feel nothing for him. If you want to do, again, a trait of these creatures / alien boy in an alien movie, the boys are usually isolated.
Yeah.
They're usually underdogs in some kind of way. Or they're going through life where, they're at an awkward point.
Yep.
They're goofy looking.
You're goofy looking. That makes you kind of like, why they're trying to befriend this creature, because they got nobody else.
Yeah.
Right.
They're fucking losers.
Yeah.
Trip ain't got no problems. Trip is handsome. Trip goes to school, girls throw themselves at him.
He knows how to work on cars.
He knows how to work on. He's manly as fuck. He's a dumb jock. He just don't play sports, but he's dumb as fuck.
Biggest dude on the short bus.
He's actually smart. You come to find
He's
out.
actually kind of smart. Yeah. The motherfucker ain't got no problems at all. In fact, to show you how much he has in high school, they got the obligatory bully there to pick on him, but the bully ain't got shit on Trip. No. Trip beat the fuck out that bully, and in fact, the girl, who's the girlfriend of the bully in the movie, she wants to fuck Trip too.
Yeah. I like your truck.
Thanks.
Oh shit, got my dick. You know, but it's what it comes down to is that there's no urgency for Trip. We don't root for Trip in any kind of way because Trip got it made.
Yeah.
That's what made me mad about Trip is gonna be fine. But yet they try to make you feel for Trip all of a sudden. And I just want to let you know that Trip, when you look at the movie, Trip is not only fine, but Trip treats people like shit.
Yeah, he does.
Trip, I'm looking at the movie Trip. You want to talk about Jane Levy? Jane Levy, this is an insulting role for her because not only is Jane Levy trying to play an unconvincing high school student, but like Corey Goodwin said, she's blick. She is blick. She's dick blind. So I'm trying to save time. Blick. She is dick blind for this dude to the point where Trip picks her up, manhandles her, throws it in a car, and she's like, "Oh, Trip! Oh my God!"
This is an act of kidnapping I'm watching.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of this could have worked. A lot of this could have worked if they had actually just formed the bond between the guy and the creature.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But you can't let that happen because most of the time this creature is encased in the body of a truck.
Getting kicked in the back of the head.
Getting kicked and shoved around. And the thing is, they try to make it sound like, oh, he's having fun. No, this shit looks like imprisonment. It looks like slavery. It looks painful.
Yeah.
They put this motherfucker in a truck and they try to sound like, oh, he's having fun. You don't know. They spend the movie trying to convince you to like be emotional about a truck, not the alien. And by the way, when you look at the truck, there's a living creature that's actually enslaved inside of it.
It's like the truck's a wheelchair for it.
Like, no, you dumb bitch. That's the prequel. Monster wheelchairs. You know?
Is the boy that wrote this in a wheelchair? Because this movie went on some wheelchair thing with the creature and an actor.
And an actor in it, yeah. He's like, kill me. This hurts so bad.
By the way, this kid modded this car overnight. To fit an alien creature in it overnight. Took out the engine, jumped up the suspension, took out parts, made the little visor thing in less than like 6 hours.
No, you don't understand, Corey. The creature is that smart that he can immediately pick up a wrench and start helping him with shit. They have a moment where the creature's just like, hey, you fucking missed a screw right here. Let me help you out. It's like, you gotta be fuck. God, okay, sure, whatever.
We're going down this way.
Whatever. All right, sure. It's a kids' movie. Okay, we're using that excuse. All right, but I don't want anybody trying to sit up here and tell me it's a kids' movie. It's just for fun. Just let it slide. Why you being so sensitive? Why you being so nitpicky? No, there's some shit in here that don't make sense. Like what you were talking about, where they commit crimes.
After crime, after crime, after crime.
After crime.
And they graduate, actually.
Yeah, they get worse and worse.
And nobody says shit about it. They on the road. Let me just tell you something. They on the road making several, not only moving violations, they crashing in the cars. They're putting people's lives at risk. And on top of that, you can see the goddamn creature in the fucking in the fucking front of the car.
Yeah, you can see every little coil around every axle.
There's tentacles in the front of the car. You see the face grinning at you. Did the police show up? No, but the whole time they're actually trying to drive a creature, not a truck, but they're trying to drive an alien. Yeah. And the alien's like, no, fuck you. This hurts, man.
I think now's a good time to take charge.
Let go. I can see better than you. No.
That shit was happening in Austin. The police would be there in 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
This was the first crime. You're like, holy shit! Like they're gonna keep going. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, stop! You could have killed that woman.
Do the police show up? No. I mean, forget the fact that they just fucking hit somebody.
Yeah.
You can see the alien in the car. There's tentacles stretching out on all sides.
Yeah.
Nobody sees shit except for that one black dude who's like, hey, man. They hit his car.
Yeah.
They hit one black dude's car like, Hey, man.
Never saw him again.
Yeah.
Oh, but they don't even stop from there. The hits just keep on coming.
Oh, yeah.
You think being in traffic, you could probably say, well, they just got away. All right, but what about if a fucking truck just starts flying from rooftop to rooftop? And not just flying, but you can see the creature's arms coming out from the side of it. I mean, nobody is apparently seeing that a car is able to actually land on top of a building made out of fucking, goddamn paper mache almost.
Yeah.
And by the way, the truck is not anywhere near crashing through the roof.
We're driving on a roof.
You probably wonder why there's Asian subtitles there. It's because the shit actually turns into a Godzilla movie. He's tearing up the fucking city. You know? I found this clip, and that's what they had on him, but it's appropriate.
Whoa! Did you see that?
Apparently, only the black people are the most observant people in town because
Everyone else is just happy and blind.
like no one sees shit, but the black people are like, hey, wait a minute, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, if I did that, I'd be pulled over immediately. What the fuck, man?
This shit is ridiculous, god damn it. I ain't seen a movie that didn't give a shit like this in a long time. I mean, really. I'm saying didn't give a shit because if you're going to introduce something as ridiculous as monster trucks, monsters hiding in a truck, then you better fucking own up to whatever ridiculous premise that you have. And I got to say this too. It is so obvious that at the time, the president of the company, of the studio, was not only fucking wilding out on cocaine, but he had power. Because there's people that he pulled into this movie, they show up for a second, and you don't see them again. Maybe you see them at the end of the movie, but then it's another second and they're gone. Amy Ryan's at the beginning of this movie. She's got 20 seconds of dialogue. Her ass is out. You see her for like 2 seconds at the end of the movie to collect her check.
Yep. She came in and was like, all right, y'all got 30 minutes. Y'all can film my shit out. I'm out.
Like the president of the company had some shit on people and said, you got to do this movie. They didn't want to do this shit. And they did it. And they did it for the least amount of obligation that they had to. Goddamn Danny Glover. That made me mad because there's been a trend of black dudes in movies just to help the white people move along. Mm-hmm. You know, you remember like in Passengers where Lawrence Fishburne was there just to give somebody something?
And I'm done.
Yeah, take this. This can help you. My job is done.
Negro magic.
Yeah. Danny Glover is literally there to say, here's a wrench. My job is done.
Roll on out.
Roll on. He's a fucking cripple.
Oh, damn.
And that's what he is.
He's handicapped, yes.
It's the same thing.
Lord have mercy.
He's like, what?
What the fuck you call me?
What Corey say? I'm drunk, y'all. Hey, look. Point is, he only got like 2 minutes in the movie. He's there just there to serve. That's it.
Yeah.
That is it. And Rob Lowe. What? Rob Lowe is in the movie, man. Yeah. They don't even show him in the trailer. They don't even show him in the trailer. That motherfucker's there just to be the villain and to say just a couple of obligatory villainous lines.
Yeah.
And then he's out.
He has like a bad Southern accent in this movie too, for some reason.
Yeah,
he's
he
talking
does.
about oil, so I guess he has to be from the South.
I didn't even think about that. This movie doesn't even take place in the South.
Yeah,
Yeah, it takes place in North Dakota.
Right.
Can't get any further north.
This shit ain't even in the South.
Why did they give him a Southern accent?
Because don't you know, Dad Burn, Southern means oil.
Oh,
This fool, he forgot about that. He got a Southern accent for no reason.
yeah.
and doing it badly. Doing it badly.
Find this goddamn oil.
These are people that were told to be in this movie. They were strong-armed to be in this movie. I guarantee you. And they were there. And they said, I'll be in it, but for the least amount of time that I have to be. These are people who came in, and they were there. They shot in 1 or 2 rooms.
Yep.
And they were fucking gone after that. This shit, you cannot take a movie called Monster Trucks with a monster hiding in a fucking truck and then try to actually charge $100 million for it and make it generic. You don't do that shit with this. You push it as far as you can in the weird area. And you didn't do it. And that's why I'm upset about this shit, because I looked at the concept and that's what made me excited about it. Like, I was out there preaching for it. I was like, yeah, this movie's it's gonna work. It's gonna be good. It's called Monster in a Truck. It's gonna fucking work. How can it not? They ain't that crazy.
Man, you got hoodwinked by monster trucks.
Yeah.
That's on you.
Nickelodeon bamboozled you. Just think about that. The same network that airs SpongeBob got your ass.
And they made the SpongeBob movie, which is one of the weirdest fucking things that I've seen. And I thought maybe, just maybe, I'm a fool.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking fool. You got me on this. I'm an idiot. No, I will admit it right now. Why do I always do this? Why do I believe in this shit? Why do I do this? What is wrong with me?
You're an optimist, man. You can't help it.
At the very beginning, when I guess it's an oil rig or whatever, where they're mining for oil, there's this big dramatic build up, and it's just like this music is building up, dun, 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 and then that explosion happens, and it's huge, but it's like. the sound levels are all out of whack. It's like, what the fuck am I watching?
And then this movie, it's somehow pro-oil, but also against oil.
Yeah.
Because it's saying, oil companies are bad. They're destroying our land and all this other stuff. Look, they're going to kill these sacred creatures. But then the creatures live off of drinking oil.
Yeah.
So you're like, well, which one do you want? Like, we either give it gasoline or we let it starve to death. Like, you got to pick one.
Well, it's only oil for creatures that we're for, man. You know,
That's the same oil.
Whackness. This plays out like How to Train Your Dragon if it were written by Larry the Cable Guy. Goddamn mess.
That creature kills at least 5 people in this
Does
movie.
it?
Yeah, they showed it in the trailer where he grabs the axles of those 2 trucks going next to him.
Yeah.
And those people, it's great because you can see it was literally a crash test dummy when they showed the crash. It just flies forward.
Oh, one other thing to point out. This movie has the best / worst use of the Wilhelm scream I've ever seen.
I saw that, man. I saw that.
We died.
I told you, that's the best thing about any movie. Whether it's a bad movie or a good movie, that second that shit pops up, you're going to laugh. It's great.
I saw that because in most movies, if you don't know the Wilhelm scream, you've heard it. You don't know what it is, but you've heard it. It's when you hear somebody scream before they're about to die, get shot in the like, and you've heard it over and over again. But the most of the times I've heard it mixed in with shit. They made that shit front and center. I heard how
they cut the music. That's what they did.
stopped.
The whole time it was like, cut. No!
Do we want
yeah.
Do we want to give it away how they do it?
Man, what the fuck? Yeah, why not?
It's a dude looking at the camera. He goes, but you hear, you hear the Wilhelm scream. This is a guy looking at the camera, coming at you.
It's the clearest, cleanest I've ever heard the Wilhelm scream, man. Corey Goodman's right. He's like, the band started. Hold on. This dude's like, I didn't even know what that
like, wow.
I never heard that shit. Fuck you, movie shit. I ain't never heard that shit. This is amateur hour, this fucking film, man. I'm being serious. This movie really should not exist, man.
They should be ashamed of themselves. And this is only the 2nd week of January. They have ruined the year already.
Yeah.
They didn't wait. They didn't waste no time.
Be like, check this shit out.
I'm telling y'all, this is I would give this movie credit for being just almost notoriously bad. You got to go. Movies work hard to be this bad sometimes.
Especially with a $150 million budget.
Yeah.
But they didn't even spend yet. This shit lost Hear us now. This shit lost It's almost like they just dropped the shit. They're like, what you do with the $150 million? I don't know, man. It was back here somewhere. They lost $150 million before anybody even saw this shit. That's going out of your way to fuck up. I mean, it's so weird. That's why people are like glomming onto this, because there's a whole community out there that says, I'm going to see monster trucks. I'm defending this movie. And unfortunately, I was one, because they thought it was they were like me. They thought it was so crazy that it might work. But here's the final product. It's bullshit, people. I'm not giving it a fuck you, because there are movies that I've seen much worse than this. But for the lack of thought that went into this, this is easily some bullshit. Easily.
They even set this up to be a sequel near the end. Oh yeah, they said this.
Oh no bullshit, man! They set this up to be a sequel. They did. Yeah, Monster Planes,
Monster Trains, Monster
Train.
Hoverboards.
Let's see how they play out.
Like they said, Monster Wheelchairs. You don't know.
Yeah, and it just seems like they were literally just filming this and writing the script as they were going along. Like they had a little 4-year-old on set. It's like, all right, now make them jumps on roofs. It's not a fuck you because this movie didn't generally make me mad or like make me feel something coming out of it. Like, how dare they? But it's just a question of why.
That's what I'm saying. Why is this shit here? Why does it exist?
So you get some old bullshit from me. You know why?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with both of you on pretty much everything. But I especially agree with your point that you raised that I could actually see this concept working if you had someone like Edgar Wright doing this. I think it could be fucking hilarious. But they clearly had no interest in doing something like that.
Camp.
Yeah.
In South Africa, monster trucks.
I would take that, man. Why we are making goddamn better movies right now than you ever could with this shit right here.
Neil Blanc got Charlton Copley driving this fucking truck. Like that shit could be really funny, but they weren't interested in that. They weren't interested in taking a chance. It's not a fuck you because it never made me angry or anything like that, though hearing that a 4-year-old was responsible for this.
That's kind of a fuck you right there.
That 4-year-old said fuck you to everybody. I give it some old bullshit.
Yeah, man. Yeah, people. I don't know, man. Shit, if your kid makes you go watch this shit, choke that motherfucker when you get home. I don't know.
You know what's crazy though? Kids were leaving this movie saying, "Wow, that was such a good movie."
You know what?
Kids dancing in the front of the theater.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was there at 11:30 this morning. I'll take back what I said. I don't look. Of course, I'm joking. I don't endorse child abuse. Fuck you, watch Homer Simpson choke fucking Bart Simpson every week, whatever. But I walked out. I almost gave this just on principle. I'm giving this a bullshit. But I mean, there's no need for you to take unless your 4-year-old is really getting on your goddamn nerves. And you got to take them to the theater. Like somebody was in the theater this morning. There was only 3 people in the theater this morning. Mm-hmm. A dad, his son, and me. And when he walked out, I even heard him because I was watching some of the end credits to see if I missed some stingers or some shit, And he asked his son, "Do you like it?" He's like, "I loved it." I'm like, "Oh, you stupid motherfucker!
Yeah,
What you for?"
Go to your room.
Yeah.
Man, I'll take my kids to see Nocturnal Animals before that. I'm gonna fuck your mind up, but it ain't monster truck.
Yeah, but at least you ain't fucking me up right now.